Okay, so this one's pretty easy, guys. This is a simple one. Look at this, volume automatically. A cylinder has a height of 5 feet and a diameter. You never use a diameter, guys. So cylinder, just start with the obvious. You're going to go with the diameter of 2. You don't use that. We're going to use a radius, which is half of that. 2 divided by 2, which is 1. Height of 5. Which measurement is closest to the volume of the cylinder? So here it is. Let me go with this. Cylinder volume V equals BH. I hope it's this one. Timeout. Okay, so we're going to use the formula volume is equal to BH. Remember, B refers to the area of the base, which is the area of a circle. So for this one, your B is going to again be pi r squared. So this becomes pi r squared times your height. Volume is equal to pi is pi. Radius in this situation is going to be 1 squared times your height of 5. This is like a joke. This is like a really joke. So this one you can do it in your brain, however you want to do it. I always use a calculator. Pi 1 squared 5. So we're going to go menu 3, 1. And I like to do it like this because the volume is going to be what we're looking for. Slash any variable can be what we're looking for. So just keep it simple. Keep the same formula. And you can't go wrong. Times 5. And then we're looking for the volume, comma V. So 15.7a, 15.7. I guess about that one. That's the closest one. Moving on over here. The dimensions are shown. So if you look at this, this right here is your diameter again. The way I do this is you have your diameter, it goes all the way across, I like this one like that, D-I-E, because you die if you use it, diameter. So you don't want that one, you get a 5.8, and you can divide that by 2, which gives you, don't be afraid to use a calculator, 5.8 divided by 2 decimal, 2.9. So we're going to have my radius, which is 2.9. Okay, lateral surface area. That one's really easy. So the formula over here is lateral surface area of a cylinder, 2 pi RH. So we're going to go surface area is equal to 2 pi RH. These are very easy, guys. You just look for the numbers. Pi 2 is 2, pi is pi, radius is now 2.9. My height is 7 times 7.6. Again, I'll use an end solve like this. I'm going to end solve like this, comma S. Looking for the surface area, knowing that my 2 pi, my radius, and my height. So menu 3, 1, and when I come out here, surface area, they put S. S is equal to, yeah, I messed up. And then pi, I was already thinking about pi. 2 pi times 2.9 times the height, what is it? 7.6. And then we're looking for the surface area, so comma S, and there it is, 138.5. Moving on, too much. A right triangle. With a right triangle, you're going to have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So which dimension represents? Okay, so basically we're going to set them up all as a, b, and c. I'm looking for my, okay, I've never seen this one. This one's definitely out. Okay, remember, c has to be the longest. So these all have to be your C. There's no C here, so that's automatically out. That has to be your C here. And this has to be your C. Which one could be? I think it's this one. I really think so. These are too small, and then for the huge one, I don't know. Well, let's figure it out. We're going to come out here and just use true or false. I'm going to go a squared, which is 10 squared, plus my b squared, which is 24 squared. Is that equal to 26 squared? True or false? Oh, it's true. So like I said, that's my answer. Now, I set it up like that. Remember, C has to be the longest one. And that's it. So then come back over here and just prove one of these wrong. Timeout. So I'm coming out here. I'm putting the numbers in there. So 3 squared plus the other 3 squared. When you add those two together, it should equal to the hypotenuse of the longest side squared. And that one says false. And that's it. I know that one's wrong. I know that one's wrong. I know this one's true. So I'm moving on. Okay, what is this? Once you see these 2 points, you should be thinking distance spreadsheets menu 413. That's what automatically I think. Let me come out here with the question. To the length. Ooh, that's a right triangle one. Number. So that's what you want to do. Now, initially I would do that, but no, since I'm bringing it here, length is distance, and we're gonna have a right triangle here. Create a right triangle. Okay, now just count. These are my A and my B's. This will be 1, 2, 3. 3 is this length from here to here. Going up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go across is going to be your C. So we're going to go 3 squared plus 4. Oh, my bad. 5, right? I'm going to say 3, 4, 5. 3, 5 squared is equal to C squared. And then we're just going to come out here. I want you this much. This one has to be longer. So it can't be this one, and it can't be that one, and it can't be that one either. So it's just that one. That's just too easy. I don't even know what to tell you. It's like a joke. It's not a good test question at all. It's too easy. So we come out here, the way I would do it, menu 3, 1, and I guess 3 squared plus 5 squared equals to, we're going to go with C squared, and comma C, and 5.8. So there it is. Sorry about that one again. This one, all right, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So there's something like this, like this. This is your per. Every time you see the x, it's going to be your per. So these per and 330 go together, or this per and this goes together. All right, let's just look at it real quick. Okay, Helen had 330 in her savings. Helen, all right. So Helen goes with a 30. You see this, Helen, 30 and 330. So this one's out, 330, 30 out. These two are right. Now the part we're saying deposited each week. So you're going to have that part for Helen. You're going to have the 30x, and that has a 30x, and that has a 30x. So far we're good. Okay, so far I'm looking at that. Looks good. So initially, what she had? She had 330 in her savings when Vince opened up his savings with an account with $0. Helen deposited 30 into her account. So it's starting off at 330, and then it's going up. So then we're going to go for her. That's what she's depositing after starting at 330. So that's what Helen's at. Pretty cool, right? Vince and putting in $50 each week. So Vince is 50x. So they want to come out here. Which inequality represents the situation when the amount of money in Helen's account was greater than the amount of Vince's. So they want Helen to be greater than Vince. That's what they want. But there's two ways of writing this one out. You can have Vince over here and Helen over here. Do you agree? And they still want Helen greater. So Helen is the one with the 330. Helen is this right here. So, and if I see this one, they only have the single one here. So I know this one's out. This one's out. So it has to be the 50. And Helen is going to be the one with the 30. So we're going to have 330 plus 30x. That's Helen right here. Now Vince is going to be the other one at 50x. So we're going to look for that one, 50x. And here it is. D is the correct answer. Okay, this is the same thing again. Read the words, and these two numbers go together. You're going to have 7 per. You need to find that, okay? And the number 1 go in the same sentence, or the same people, same situation you want to call it. And this one over here, you're going to have 10 per, and that goes by itself. Okay, so let's go in this. I'm going to go with Brody, okay? Brody ran a constant rate of 7 miles per. Ooh, I like that one. Okay. At a constant rate of 10 per. And they started with, we see how they have a 10 for Candace, they have 10 and the 1. So we hear 10 and 1. No, it's 7 and 1. So that one's out. That's how easy they are. Okay. This one has an 8. So that one's just out. Okay. So Brody went to 2 different amusement parks. The first park charged 7 per. I like that. That one's 7x. And gave a 1 discount. Guys, as a number, this was 0.01. That's out. Okay, Brody rode his bicycle 2 different days. The first day he rode 7 miles per, so that's your 7x, and started 1 mile from, plus 1. Okay, I like that one right there so far. The second day he started from the house 10 miles per hour. And then there it is, 10. There's you two different situations. See that? So that's where that one goes. Ooh, once I see these numbers like this, guys, I'm automatically thinking of 2 points. I'm being serious. 2 points here, 10 and 280. That's it. Let me read the question. Two customers spent the same total amount. So that means they're having an equation here. All right, I'm thinking this and the first chip. Okay, 2 here. The second customer bought 10 wings and the $2 chip, paid the same amount per wing. So they're saying two equations here, right? There are actually two equations here if you look at this. So this initial idea is good, but it's not going to work this situation, all right? So we're going to come out here and read the words. Look at the words and read what's going on here. So for this person here, each wing costs what? I don't know, but there's each wing, right? How much is each wing? So we're going to go with 8x, the cost of each wing, and 4. This one over here had 10 wings, and we don't know how much each was, plus 280. So when are they the same? When are they the same? Well, we're going to come out here and go, because they're both the same amount per wing. So we're going to set these two things equal to each other, all right? Because we want to know how much each wing, all right? So we have 8x plus 4 is equal to 10x plus 2.80. And let's just go set it up right here. Menu 3.1. And I'm going to do the same thing here. 8x plus 4. 8x plus 4 equals to 10x plus 280. And then comma x, because the only thing we're missing here is where the x values, and it's the wings. So 60 cents each wing. Or 0.6, but since it's money, we're going to go with 0.60. Okay, remember these things here. These two add up to give you that right there. These two add up to give you that one there. These two add up to give you that. These two add up to give you that. So 56 plus 35 is 91. 60 plus 60, 120. 120 plus 20, 140. So 130 plus 30, 160. Equals 160. Out, out, out. And there's my answer. Okay, don't even read these. It's where they cross. That is the answer right there. So the answer is a -3 and 3. -3 and 3, and B. Very easy. Make sure you go back and read that. Those are super easy. Rotated 90 degrees. This one's going to ask for the rules. We're going to come out. Ooh, okay. So just think of the words. Rotated. What does rotated mean? What does rotated mean? Rotated means congruent. Also equal. Also the same. Less than, no, less than, not congruent. We're going to go with equal. Final answer D. Pretty easy, guys. Way easier than you expect.